Hello there, and welcome to day number 80 on the road to 2000 ELO Rapid series. Playing with the black pieces here, and day number 80, it's a nice round day. Hopefully, a day where we can solidify our position in the 1800s. We're playing against an Italian. I'm going to play this bishop c5 move, the Ghiaccio Piano, and after c3, we're going to develop the knight, expecting d4 here. We will take, and now this e5 move can be met with d5, if I'm not mistaken. And that is what we'll play after pawn takes. And now with the knight being pinned, let's see. Maybe knight here is a move. This is something I probably should know. But I'm going to have to stop and think for a little bit. Here, you can maybe play queen e7. Queen e7, they probably unpin with queen e2. Knight e4 looks interesting. Bishop takes, pawn takes. I don't really mind that too much. Can it be kicked out? Not really. Is the knight going anywhere? Not really. Bishop here could be pretty annoying, actually, now that I think about it. But no, then just knight takes. Sorry about that. So let's play knight here. I don't see how it gets punished. At least not yet. I'll castle eventually. His pawn stays solid defending the knight. And yeah, if bishop takes, I'm not unhappy with that. Could be worse. So, also, it's worth noting we're currently up a pawn out of the opening. Maybe knight back would have been better. But yeah, here we have check. And I feel like you probably have to move your something. You have to move your king, maybe, which would be really bad. I'd be very happy to keep this rook trapped on h1, remove castling rights. Okay, well, no, you don't have to. All right, never mind. I stand corrected. We'll take with the knight. Or actually, this knight is really solid on e4. I kind of like this knight on e4. Let's think more practically here. Maybe what I should do is I should take with the bishop and then play bishop g4. Although then just simply this takes doesn't do anything. Okay, I'll keep the bishop pair on the board. I'll keep the bishop pair on the board. I'll castle now. And I guess bishop here would have been a good move. We're targeting this pawn. So maybe down the line. But they can kick out my bishop now pretty easily if they want to. So it's not that obvious. Although if I go back to b6, then I'm targeting this pawn twice. A couple of things to think about. As usual, I'm low on time out of the opening. Not low on time, but I'm down on time out of the opening. So gonna have to think fairly quickly. But not by too much. Not by too much. It's not that bad. And, you know, in a position like this, I'm not sure who's better. All I know is that there's still a game of chess to be played. All right, with the trade, we're going to take back. And now, bishop here doesn't really do anything anymore. Because we're not targeting this pawn. Although, I guess there's an idea of taking on d2. So let's go for this. Let's go for this, because now if we take on d2 and the queen takes back, we can weaken their king. And if we take, and the queen, if the queen takes back, sorry, then we win a knight. What am I saying? Sorry, if we take on d2, the queen takes back, we weaken their king. And now here, okay, well, actually, I missed that move. But this is still okay. Rook b8 seems very simple and like a nice move, just opening up, I mean, taking advantage of the semi-open file. We'll play this. But yeah, I missed the fact that they can just easily step out of the pin. Queen here could potentially be annoying, but not really. Not really. I mean, we can play a move with the tempo first. Okay. Worth noting, the rook and queen are on the same diagonal. Just something worth pointing out. If we take, I expect the knight to take back. Then we can get our queen into the attack, maybe. Yeah, that could prove to be pretty interesting. Um, Although if the knight takes back, then we win a pawn, right? So let's take here. Knight takes back, we win this pawn, and we attack the rook as well. Although I guess it's not much of an attack. I should have checked if there's any forks, but I think we're fine. Okay, yeah, the queen takes back. That is definitely bad. This is definitely not good, and I'm very happy with this development. Can easily get the queen into the attack now. Let's see if there's a better way of doing this. I would love to be able to stack up on the B file. The other thing I would love to do is attack here. Maybe I can open up the board and get a rook in the game. So I can play like f6. The question is, should I get the queen in the attack first? I have time to think. I'm not going to rush this. So what is my approach? If I play queen here and then f6, that could prove to be pretty interesting. I'm worried about the king sidestepping and then the rook coming here. So can I stop that at all? Maybe I should start with f6. f6, e6 happens. Because if I play f5, he just doesn't have to move the pawn. I can't bring my rook in. Although I can play f5, f4 maybe. f5, f4, and then bring the rook up. That seems pretty interesting. Let's go for this. It's risky, but we like to add a little risk in life. Let's go in for the attack. Also, by going f4, it lets me play queen g5 without having to worry about the queen interrupting, which I like. Although the same problem still stands here, actually. The same problem still stands that the rook can slide in. I guess my solution is that I'll go queen h4, rook f5, and like rook g5, maybe? I don't know. I know I'm in attack mode, though. And my opponent will likely have to be in defensive mode. They can go after this pawn. The question is, do I worry about it? I technically can. I can play queen e8 and be fine. Oh, not what I expected. Makes a lot of sense, though. It seems like a very rational move. That's kind of annoying. Because now my rook can get in. So maybe the plan becomes to double on the b file now. I feel like I'm not attacking super well here. Could do a better job of it. If I go g5, they just take. If I go queen g5, go queen g5. Or maybe we'll go here, queen e7, and then push c5 at some point. Maybe now. I'm struggling a little. Okay, let's think. Rook here, can do anything. Should we double up? Should I push c5? Let's do it. And let's take. Then we have rook here. Queen takes with check. I gotta watch out for this pawn. So maybe I play rook d8. All of a sudden, I'm defending. I don't like this. Also, oh, I'm getting forked too. Maybe I go here, check, king moves. Oh no, I think I'm blowing my advantage. Dropping this pawn. I gotta think faster. Okay. Here, check. Here. Where's the queen go afterwards? Can it protect this? It can. Then I can go here. Let's go for this. I don't know. This feels like it must be played. King h8. Queen here. Oh, and then I don't know what I'm doing. Yep. We'll move the king. Queen here probably. Defending the pawn. Keeping an eye on the rook makes a lot of sense. Can I play c5? Oh, never mind. That also makes a lot of sense as a move. Rook here, rook takes no. Okay, we'll just take. I don't have time to think. I feel like I have to go on the aggressive. Okay, we'll create a threat. They can take the pawn. At the very least, I might have perpetual ideas. Oh wait, well now I'm just winning. Wow, I got lucky. Oh my god. I keep on, like, playing so badly when I'm better. It's weird. Can't go here. Well, you can, but then I check again and win the rook. That's an unfortunate mistake, I will say, by my opponent. I don't feel like I deserve the win. That is sad. And I shouldn't speak like I already won, because I didn't already win. But, I mean, it's coming now. It's going to be very hard to stop this mate that will be there on the board, and they resign. It says 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, 0 misses. Don't know what that means, because I definitely feel like I messed up there. I had an advantage and I lost the pawn. Maybe I was still better just because of the weakness of their king, just not being safe. Let's take a look at the analysis and see exactly how this played out. Well, folks, I'm definitely relieved after that one. Let's see how it played out. We got e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, the Italian Ghioccio piano game, which I'm pretty familiar with at this point. After c3 here, knight f6 is what I play, the main line, and d4 is met by e takes on d4, and now e5 is actually the most testing move by white, and here you have to play d5. If you don't play d5, you are at very best +1 already worse. So white is much better, and this is a lesson I've learned the hard way in the past. So I remember d5 this time around. After the bishop goes on to b5, knight e4 is thankfully the right move, and pawn takes. You can play a couple of things. You can slide the bishop back to b6, or you can check on b4. That's what I did. After bishop blocks, I decided to take the bishop with my knight. As you can see, this is all still theory, apparently. So book moves all across the board. After the knight takes back, I castled. Bishop takes knight is okay, and I take back with the pawn, and we get a middle game where it's pretty much equal. So I'm very happy with this. Here, I thought I missed an opportunity to go bishop g4, but bishop g4 doesn't really do anything yet. And the rationale is that after bishop g4, you can simply just move the queen to a4, for example, or just move the queen anywhere. And by moving the queen, the pressure is no longer existent on these two knights. Whichever one you take, they will take back with the other knight, and there's no risk of doubling their pawns or attacking their queen or anything, because they escape the pin. And they also attack the c6 pawn, actually, which is why queen a4 is the best move for white in that position. So here I played... Wait, that's not... Did I play bishop g4? I did play bishop g4. Okay, never mind. So I played a move that wasn't the most accurate. After queen b3 here, I played a rook b8. Defending my bishop, also creating an X-ray attack on the queen. And once the queen sidesteps, now here I can actually take on d2. And the best move is actually knight takes back, which does drop a pawn. But it keeps the king safe. And this is what they should have gone for. When they took back with the queen, that was my opportunity to take their knight, double their pawns, and also open attack against the king, which was my long-term idea from this point on. But I messed up because I played f5, which doesn't work. And they punished it with f4, which is a great response. So kudos to my opponent. Apparently, rook fc1 is also good. So bringing your rook over and maybe creating space for your king on the other side, I guess? I don't know. But yeah, if they played rook here, I would have to try to defend this pawn. So something like rook b6, for example, and then they can maybe just go. I don't know. I don't know. They're gonna find a way to create complications. I could totally imagine a scenario where, for example, they're going to move up their rook, slide in another rook, and create more and more pressure against this pawn. And their response I like even better because f4, it's given an inaccuracy, but it's a very good move. If you look at like the top lines here, it's the second best line. I don't know why it's given an accuracy because it shuts down my ideas completely. I can still go queen h4, but it's not gonna win me a game. The check here, and then king's there, check here, king there. I can't bring my other rook in, and since I can't bring my other rook in, the attack is not going to lead into a mating idea, but it does create pressure on these pawns on the f4 and d4 squares. So maybe that was what I should have gone for. I went queen e7. I wasn't really sure what to do. This completely blows away any chance I have in an advantage. Yeah, here c5 just to complicate things a little bit. But rook c1 is a fantastic move by my opponent because it creates pressure and I can't just not do anything. By taking this pawn, I'm allowing them to fork my pawns. And also, I mean, there's so much going on here. I elected to go rook b4, which is actually the best move. So that's cool to see. Giving up the check and pawn. And here, rook c4 was nice by them, I thought. I was thinking they'd probably play like queen d2. That was the move that I initially saw. Queen c5 as well is a nice way to get the queens off the board. I would not have any real way to stop the queens from coming off the board after this. Actually, well, yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to stop the queens from going on the board. Apparently, rook e8 is the best move, trading on my own terms instead of trading on their terms. But yeah, I'm thankful that queen c5 wasn't played. Here, the rooks trade off. And queen h4 is played by me now, trying to create some pressure. And they made a mistake in one move. It happens. I'm like, it's sad. It's sad. I feel bad for my opponent. But what can you do? These opportunities, sometimes they fall on your lap, and it just walks right into a fork. And there's no way to stop mate without giving up your queen here. So, yeah. It is what it is. Unfortunate result for my opponent, but I'm happy. I'm above 1800 again, finally. Hopefully it lasts this time around, because I think I hit 1800 around day 60 something. I don't remember exactly. So almost 20 days later, and we finally recrossed that threshold. Hopefully we stick around at it. I'm playing a lot more chess these days. So expect, hopefully, for my skills to keep improving with time. If you enjoy these videos, if you like what you see, please do consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and drop a like below. It helps out a lot, and let me know what you think in the comments. You know, I love hearing from you guys. I've been told I look like Nelson Lopez from Chess Vibes, which, you know, I'll take it. I'll take it. If I can play anything like him, that would be really nice as well. But yeah, let me know what you think, and I appreciate you all watching. Take care of yourselves. Have a good one. I'll catch you around next time. Bye-bye.